And that wouldn't happen without great leadership from his chairman, Steve Dennison. So thank you. I was working for a little while in Bradford a few years ago, and we were struggling without a really good chief executive. And then this woman called Kirsten came, and Mark had just nodded me about money we needed from the local authority, and I thought, you're joking. Huge financial constraints, massive problems. Who's going to be daft enough, brave enough to actually invest the council's money in sport facilities? She was brave, because even though she was new, she saw beyond the horizon. She saw that this area needed facilities like this. She saw the health and welfare benefits that come from people keeping fit. She saw the benefit of people coming together and having real social engagement. And I think the council should be extremely proud of a really brave chief exec here. You should also be proud of Mick Priestley and George Corbett from the Parks and Green Spaces team, who've worked tirelessly, I'm told, to help deliver this project on time. Dan Muston's already been mentioned from the ECB. He's kept the ECB on track, he's kept us focused. Now, I don't want to embarrass Tom and Colin, but I can do, I suppose I'm stood here and they're down there. Brave leadership again. They're trying to bring cricket into the 21st century. This is no mean feat. This is tough. We're looking at a different world, we're looking at different ways of playing, we're changing the way we play, we're looking at excitement, innovation and creativity. And those two, with a strong team, have begun to do that. Congratulations, well done both of you. And ultimately, you know, the people that really matter to us are heroes, you know, the brave leaders. And Andrew Strauss and Claire Connor have introduced brave attacking cricket, and now we've appointed an England captain who does exactly that, so let's go with it. Partnership clearly is key to this. Look at this pavilion. Thanks to Martin Wood and Ruth Sinkovich. Did I get that right? I hope I did. From Seven Architects, for the architectural flair here. Joe Deegan from Proctor Partners for helping us deliver on time. Phil and Josh Patterson and John Swift from Torpoint Construction Company for working in all weathers, though you wouldn't believe it today, would you? Mohamed Arfan from Cromwell Construction for a fantastic scoreboard reconstruction. David Bates and Anthony Burton of Total Player Limited for delivering this stunning net facility and relaying the square. And where's our famous new celebrity, NASA?
Behind you.
Yeah?
Where are you hiding?
Our new celebrity. Look, this guy, like all of us, wanted to play for Yorkshire. Like me, he wasn't good enough. But today, he works for Yorkshire County Cricket Club. Yeah. And I know because people have kept telling me how hard he's worked on that ground. He really realises now when he used to run on the square in the grounds when he used to shout, "Get off there!" Why? Because he's doing the shouting now. And this is, you know, and I'm sure he wants me to thank Richard Robinson, who's mentored him all the way through. And now NASA's going to pass his skills on to a new groundsman's apprentice who started today, Rash. Oh, 2 weeks ago. So, it's gone off early already. And we even had, look, this is about education, apprenticeships, it's great. This is about ex-offenders who cleared up the decades of rubbish from this ground and repainted the place. So this is real community. This is giving everybody a chance.
story. I mean, I talked to Moin Ali earlier on today, and he said this is true community. He's from the inner city of Birmingham. But what you guys have done in Yorkshire, in Bradford, is a story for the world to know. That you're giving free facilities to people. You know, we love Johnny Pearson.
Oh, here he is. Look, with his ice lolly.
Johnny, I was just saying to Kirsten.
You go first. We're online, so you just keep talking.
Johnny, I was just saying to Kirsten that I'm from Birmingham, and Moin Ali, in the city of Birmingham now. I mean, he knows about inner city cricket, inner city facilities. He's grown up, and when I interviewed him early on, he said this story of what you guys are doing in Bradford is as good as it gets. Not only in Bradford, not only in England, but in the world. It's a fantastic community story, and it's a great testament to Yorkshire County Cricket Club and bringing the most amazing historical ground, Bradford Park Avenue, to life.
Yeah.
I think it's really important. I mean, the facilities, I've not seen facilities like this for a while. It's special to have all the kids behind us. We just mentioned earlier about the girls that are in the North of England finals that are doing such great things. One of the girls is up for awards left, right and centre, and to bring things back to Bradford Park Avenue. We're very fortunate to have councils that back the funding. Without them we wouldn't be able to do it. The volunteers that come down to help the kids improve, to try and find the next Joe Root, try and find the next Adil Rashid.
Next Johnny Bairstow, can I just say, actually.
There's only one Johnny Bairstow.
There's only one Johnny Bairstow.
To then go on and obviously represent Yorkshire and then hopefully represent England tomorrow. We're playing at Headingley, and we're very lucky to have an international venue within the county, and there's no reason why these kids can't go on and improve the skills with these facilities, and who knows, the world's our oyster.
I guess what I just say, so I'm a former PE teacher, I'll send it to you off camera, but A, to have such fantastic facilities, but B, to offer them free to the community day in, day out, is a testament. This is fantastic. I, as a former PE teacher, have not heard this kind of facility and that kind of offering, so it's a great compliment.
Well,
and you should be proud of what you've done.
Well, we are very proud. I mean, this is a very special ground for the people of Bradford and the people of Yorkshire, actually. It's synonymous with the kind of whole history of Yorkshire cricket, and as a place, we're about everybody getting a decent shot at great quality life, and it starts with building confidence and skills, and a better way than actually to get in and play a bit of cricket and meet people from other communities and see just how far you can push yourself. So we're absolutely committed to this place.
Johnny Kirsten was saying earlier on in the speech that she was in two minds whether she should go ahead now after the tragedy in Manchester. But I think it's very important, and it's a great credit to all of you, that this has gone ahead, because we should never kill fantastic, positive, amazing stories like this.
No, absolutely. It's been an absolute travesty what's gone on over there, and whatever motives people have for doing such things is up to them. But no, to bring everyone together and for everything to go ahead here is really important, and I think it comes down to your respect side of things as well. Obviously, that giving the facilities for free and this, that, and the other is great. But if people disrespect the fact that they are for free, vandalise the facilities that they've got, then it won't go ahead again. And we've got to recognise what a fantastic opportunity that we've got in Yorkshire, in Bradford, and with these facilities for the kids to come and play, to enjoy getting out. We don't want kids that are sat in front of computer games playing day in, day out. That's not what I grew up doing. That's not what I want hopefully my kids to be doing. I want them out. I want them playing on the grass. I want them falling over and actually realising that they can do this, they can't do that, and making friends. You don't make friends through a computer screen typing here. You make friends from doing things wrong. You make friends from, I don't know, rolling around in the mud, playing
falling
cricket.
out, keeping playing.
And that's where it all begins. And
you get your bruises and you learn from it.
And you get up and you're your best mates for life.
And
I agree. You get out first ball, but you've got another 3 hours to witter on to your mate next to you about how you got out.
And Kirsten, I was speaking to Dickie earlier on, and he was bemoaning the fact that not only has he got his top ever first class score here, but he was dropped next game, so we should open an inquest into that.
Oh, I think absolutely.
I know there's a lot of Yorkshire cricket politics, but that's just beyond the pale.
That's up there. That needs covering in the Telegraph and Argus, our local paper.
But also, Kirsten, I had the benefit of catching up with Johnny in Barbados. So,
look, it was like this, wasn't it? Yeah, exactly. This is Barbados.
But these are amazing facilities, and if we were standing in Brisbane, we think this is like like a facility that you have in Brisbane in an international ground. Because also it's a great testament to these fantastic cricketers, Yorkshire and non-Yorkshire cricketers, England cricketers, captains who've come down today, and like I said, on the eve of an international game. But I mean, knowing them, I was watching them behind the scenes as the speeches were going on, but they're very relaxed in their skin, and you can tell they genuinely support such causes.
Yeah, and that's what cricket does, doesn't it? It makes a man, makes a great woman, and this is a mark of that they're more than just people who play a game on the field. They actually care about the community, will put something back in, and we're really delighted to have them here today.
Can I say fantastic thank you to both of you. I look forward to following the journey of Park Avenue, and dare I say Yorkshire cricket and maybe a bit of England cricket.
Yeah, and a few Bradford cricketers.
Thank you, Kirsten.
Not at all, nice to meet you.
So whenever we need to do the aqua.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're
Yeah.
Lord Patel, it was a great speech and a great opening of the fantastic facility here at Bradford Park Avenue, one of the original grounds of Yorkshire County Cricket Club, was steeped in so much history. Yeah. You must be proud and honoured to being asked to do the opening ceremony, dare I say, of introducing so many great people to such a great facility going forward in the 21st century.
Absolutely, and I think you've just said it. In the 21st century, what we've done is brought back the 19th century and combined it with the 21st century. I used to live up the road, 5 minutes walk from here when I was a little boy, and used to walk past it and occasionally sneak in for the last half hour and see all these great people. But coming from a minority ethnic community, you never felt you belonged to it. And then the place went to rack and doing. I played here with my son, and to see it today with all these young people, you know, from all communities, playing cricket, enjoying it on a fantastic day with some of the greatest cricket players here is an absolute honour and pleasure.
I mean, I've been fortunate to have travelled the world and watched cricket and been involved with cricket. And, you know, if we were standing in the back end of a test ground, whether it was Cape Town or Brisbane or Sydney, you'd think you were there.
You were there.
I mean, with this facility, you actually think you're there. Yeah. And this is testimony to Bradford City Council, Yorkshire County Cricket Club, all the agencies that you mentioned in joint up partnership. But what a true physical asset to show off.
Yeah, and I think if you'd have come 12 months ago, this was a pile of rubble.
Really impressive. So it must have happened very, very quickly.
You know, this was really hard work. This had a lot of people with a lot of vision to actually make people say this will happen.
And who was the driver in that? Who was the driver?
I think, you know, credit goes to Mark Arthur, the Chief Executive of Yorkshire County Cricket Club. As I said, he's really immersed himself in the community. He's worked hard, not just to do this, but to do a multi-prayer room in the Yorkshire County. He's worked with, you know, the Muslim community, and he's worked with multi-prayer cricket matches. He's done a lot, and I think the combination of Mark's vision, people at the ECB believing this would happen, we could fund it as well, and then Kirsten England, the Chief Executive of the Council, saying yes, I think this is got legs. I think the combination of everybody then actually made that vision come alive. That Mark's been the driving force.
And that must be very humbling, like growing up from inner cities into 21st century, from those dark days of the 70s when you weren't even safe sometimes to walk the street in any major city. But so for someone like Mark Arthur, not to have the vision, but to actually do the implementation, because many people have visions. You know, most of the time they never get implemented. And you know, with the general election, a lot of people have got visions in their manifesto, but hardly anything will get implemented. So it's very, very humbling to see this fruition and all this come to fruition like it has today.
And this is only phase one. It's really important we recognise that this is only the first part. It's a fantastic part. The second part is the most important one, where we bring the ground back to test county standard. You know, and I think once that's done, and we have the Yorkshire Diamonds playing here, we'll have the odd county match played here. You know, we'll have Disability England player here.
England women's team
will be here. That will be then the complete picture.
But surely, I think the day County Cricket comes back to Bradford Park Avenue will be a great moment in history.
Well, you and I both will be here when we do that.
Well, I look forward to the teas and sandwiches, and hopefully that won't change.
It won't change.
Lord Patel, congratulations to your good self on being part of this, dare I say, dream team. And like I said, I'm very humbled as a PE teacher. And finally, one last word. To find out that it's great seeing this fantastic new facility, but to find out that as it stands right now, it's free. It's free for young people. It's free for, I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
Doesn't get better than that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mark Arthur, Chief Executive of Yorkshire County Cricket Club, a big congratulations on what's been not only a fantastic day, but to see a beautiful facility absolutely in fruition, and the thousands of people that were here today to celebrate. I know it must be very difficult with the sad Manchester bombings of yesterday to decide whether to go ahead or not, but I think everyone now in retrospect will believe it was the right thing to do to tell this beautiful, amazing story of what you created at Bradford Park Avenue.
Yeah, this is a famous old cricket ground that's been around since 1881. Unfortunately, in 1996 it was no longer used, so for the last 20 years it's laying fallow and the old game of cricket, but
in complete dilapidation.
Yeah, and we came along here a couple of years ago and said, when we were looking for more spaces for people in the local community to play cricket, we said, surely we can do something with this. So effectively it's been a regeneration programme where we're trying to restore a traditional first-class cricket ground for the benefit of the community.
And I was talking to NASA, who's now the full-time groundsman, who's got the system.
Very proud groundsman.
And his is a great story in itself.
Yes.
But he was saying that his dream is that one day first-class cricket will come back to Bradford Park Avenue. He remembers when the great Sir Viv Richards hit not only the ball into the stands, but over into the houses. Is that a dream that can be a reality one day?
I think there's more likelihood of first-class cricket returning to Bradford Park Avenue than Sir Viv Richards, actually. But Nassie's absolutely right. Whilst this will essentially be for the community, we do want some bespoke games to be here, be they international cricket games for the disabled or for women, or county cricket for Yorkshire. We want everybody to feel part of it, and these facilities will be, I believe, the envy of most places in the country.
Well, as a former PE teacher who's grown up in inner city Birmingham, and Birmingham genuinely cites itself as the largest metropolitan authority in Europe, there is no such thing as this. I mean, I was talking to Lord Patel earlier on, and literally the background we see, if we said we were in Sydney at one end of the test arena, or if we were in Brisbane or in Cape Town, I mean, this is how beautiful a facility and a community facility, that's the beauty of it, surely, is that this is open for all.
I'm a great believer that if you're going to do something, you do it properly. If you build really good facilities, then people will find you. And certainly that's the case. I think a lot of the boys and girls who've come down here today from the community, as you say, many thousands have been down here today, will want to come back because they'll be inspired by the facilities, and certainly by seeing the great England cricketers down here, Moeen Ali, Adil Rashid, Joe Root, Johnny Best and David Willey. I mean, for them to turn up the day before a major international match against South Africa shows how important this is to England cricket.
And like I said, I was watching their body language of the speeches we've done, but they're actually thrilled. Moeen saying to me on camera earlier on, I mean, he's grown up in the inner city with me,
yes.
And he was saying that, it's one thing having to achieve such a fantastic facility, but from a socio-economic point of view, to offer that facility free to the community members of Bradford is unheard of.
Yeah. Well, I think the important message is that we want as many people down here as regularly as we can. So on the main pitch, we want people playing a game of cricket in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, throughout the week. And we want exactly the same usage for the nets as well. And it's a facility for everybody.
And finally, as Chief Executive of Yorkshire County Cricket Club, that is a God's county, as Kirsten called it earlier on, I'm sure you will also benefit in the long run in terms of the feeder of the great talented cricketers that you've always had coming through.
Yeah, we've always developed our own cricketers. We want to develop more from the South Asian communities of Bradford, Leeds and Sheffield and Middlesbrough. And this is a great opportunity. My own personal hope is that one day we will bring through a Muslim girl cricketer from Bradford to play for England.
No, I'm sure with the amount of talent that's been on show today, that will happen very soon. And Matt, also a great thank you. I heard that you have multi-faith rooms at the county ground at HQ, and those touches is a true way of encompassing that we are a multi-faith, multi-racial society, and you're trying to reflect that as someone at the top of the tier to bring different communities in.
I think fundamentally we want everybody to feel welcome at Yorkshire Cricket.
Well, on that note, we'll leave it there, and we look forward to following you throughout the season.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
And it'd be really remiss of me to leave one person out of all these thank yous. This young man, well, not so young man, he was born at St Luke's Hospital, and he was baptised in St Joseph's, and he said to me, I was taught cricket by a nun. So I thought, that's why you play like that. No, he was taught cricket by a nun in the 60s, isn't that great? Not only a woman but a nun. I tried to say to him, you get on one knee when you play sweep shot, not two knees, but he didn't understand. Paul Robotham, all right, the man, the guy who brought this here. Thank you very much. I've gone on a bit, but I had a lot of thank yous to do. Hope you've enjoyed the day, and now for the big moment.
Yeah.
So,